What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Is it over? Is the GameStop short squeeze, the MOASS to end all MOASSes, fizzling out and just ending up being basically nothing? Is it done for? JT. We are now entering day 3 of Robinhood restricting trades for GameStop. In addition to a slew of other stocks out there. AMC is another prominent one that I am also invested in, and basically taking a bath in destruction because people are not able to buy these stocks. And nobody is stepping in. I was talking to my brother about this too, and it's very frustrating because there is a liquidity issue with Robinhood, or at least there was until they raised the $4 billion from private equity. We can just say Citadel. I think it's pretty assumed at this point that Citadel is tied at the hip with whatever Robinhood does. But because they're a private company, they don't have to really disclose that information as far as I know. So what we're dealing with right now is a company that is restricting the trades on a stock, and by doing so, people are only able to sell, with the caveat of, oh, you're allowed to buy these shares, but it's limited. You can buy, one share? How are people supposed to move the market when you can buy one share? And then you have other people that have been holding for a long time that have hundreds of shares, dumping them onto the market. And yeah, you can say you got diamond hands all you want, but that's what I'm getting at here is it turns into a waiting game. These hedge funds know it. They got Robinhood by the balls. If you guys can't see that, I can't help you. What's happening right now is these big hedge funds, Melvin Capital and the like, and Citadel, who's basically the puppet master of everything that's happening behind the scenes here, the curtain's been pulled back. The proof has been shown that there is nefarious action at play here. And they don't even care. They're just like, yep, we're all connected, we're all intertwined, and we're all working in cahoots to screw the little guy. And then you get this crazy media campaign that starts pushing silver on people. Like silver is the next big thing. I saw on CNBC this morning. GameStop investors are now piling into silver. No, they're not. What kind of narrative is this? Like, I know some people that are interested in silver, but for the most part, most people who do any research at all notice that Citadel is one of the top investors in silver. So basically, they are the puppet master telling the media to say what they want to say to make money somewhere else and hopefully offset the losses from what's happening with their terrible investments on their shorting and overshorting of GameStop. Where we're at right now, though, we're at a point where day 3, still restricted trades, and the stock took a nosedive at the end of the day, ending, I think, exactly, at least according to my Robinhood, exactly down $100 for the day, which was close to 33%. A third of the value of GameStop was lost today. Why? Because people are restricted from buying it. And instead of protections from the SEC stepping in and saying, no, you guys got to open these trades up. Instead of the media applying the pressure, saying, whoa, what's going on? This smells it doesn't smell right. There's something wrong here. Or, far be it for me to say this, Biden speaking up and having an emergency press conference because this is unprecedented times. I've never heard of a stock being restricted to only selling to benefit the short sellers who screwed themselves. And now, because no one's stepping in, the people who rightfully invested in this based on the premise of the short squeeze, based on the premise of what GameStop stands for, based on the possibilities of what it could be in the future, raising capital, whatever it may end up being, they're screwed. So ironically, they say that they're doing this for your protection, that they don't want you to get hurt. You as a GameStop investor, if you put money into GameStop, it's a bubble and you could lose all your money. I keep hearing that, by the way. Like, people are so worried about my money. Why are you worried about my money? Since when, we're talking about the stock market here, since when does anybody give a damn about losing money in the stock market. I mean, I've had some losers in my day. I've had some winners in my day. I've never heard anybody on the news step in and say, oh, we're worried about the little guy getting their ass kicked out there. No, they gladly take your money all day. They'll grab that money up and put it away in their back pocket until they start losing the money to you. Then they change the rules and say, oh, we can't let this bubble get too big because for your protection, you're going to end up losing money. I mean, far be it for me to say that the market itself should have a natural progression to itself and let it grow and let the bubble burst and just go from there. But we got these big billion plus, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're approaching $1 trillion hedge funds. They have so much freaking money. It's the more I've researched this, the more I've seen just how much money is at play here and how these people control the world. I made a joke in one of my other videos about how this is basically the Illuminati that's showing themselves right now. Citadel is the Illuminati. They are, as far as I have seen, the most physical proof of them existing ever is happening right now. And like I said earlier, they're doing it right in front of your face. And they don't even care that they're getting caught because they own all the politicians. They own the government. They own the president. They own everything. You go do a little research. Janet Yellen, who was hired by Biden, who does speeches for Citadel, making what, $800,000 for a speech? No connections there. These people aren't intertwined at all. There's nothing nefarious that could possibly potentially be going on behind the scenes with all that. No, as the unique individual retail investor, you are screwed and there's nothing you can do about it. And that truly is unfortunate because right now we are learning that there's no such thing as a quote unquote free market. So where does it go from here? Is the squeeze over? It depends. Like I said at the beginning, if Robinhood, if Citadel takes their foot off the brakes and allows GameStop and AMC and all these other stocks to get traded on the free market like they should be and always have been in the past, then yes, it will rise back up again. The problem is it's being throttled right now and it's discouraging traders from having diamond hands because if they know that you cannot buy this on one of the most prominent platforms for retail traders out there, you can only sell these big wigs, these hedge funds. While they're paying money every day, exorbitant amount of interest every day with their shorts, they can wait it out because they know in the long run, it's going to be less money to buy these shares back at a lower price if they're just paying interest and holding on to their short positions. And that's what they're doing right now. So, like I said, if someone steps in, if we have a white knight that comes in and says, whoa, stop it right now, put the trades back on, and if you can't back it, the U.S. government is going to have to step in and back this. And, oh, by the way, you're all going to effing jail because you set everyone up to get screwed, Robinhood. CEO of Robinhood, Vlad, freaking idiot. One of the dumbest people I have ever heard speak in my entire life. Lies about liquidity issues, speaks about it 3 days later that they actually did have liquidity issues, but now they don't because they were able to raise funding in the background, all the while screwing the retail investors and not really apologizing one bit for it. Just saying, we're a small company and we're trying to figure this stuff out. No, you put real money at risk, but money that people get killed over at risk, and you are stealing it, straight up stealing it from them and filtering it right back to the hedge funds that were losing it in the first place. It's wrong, it's illegal, and based off of everything I've seen, I am shocked that the US government hasn't stepped in and corrected this, that the SEC hasn't stepped in and alerted everyone that there is foul play here. This is what is happening. Even if you want to play the benefit of the doubt for Vlad and Robinhood, that they truly were having just liquidity issues, he was nervous and lied about it. Even if you want to take that standpoint, I would say, based off of a free market and a government that supports a free market, it is their responsibility to step in to ensure that free market stays in place. But that's not what's happening right now. What's happening right now is everyone is just being silent. Everyone is just waiting it out and letting it run its course, being throttled, letting these hedge funds get their money back. In fact, they're probably going to make more than what they lost based off of how they're able to manipulate it. They can set whatever price they want and play it based off of that. And then they could even do call options when they know that it's going to be, the restrictions are going to be lifted, and make money on the ride back up too. There's nothing that stops them from winning right now. The game is rigged. And this situation with GameStop proved it. It's truly unfortunate. I personally didn't trust the system. I didn't. I exited the vast majority of my position last week. I still have 25% of my position in it, so I'm still very much invested in this stock, and I truly care about it for my purposes, one, but more so for everyone, because this sets a precedent for the rest of the entire market. If they can do this with GameStop, if they can do it with AMC, they can do it with BlackBerry, they can do it with Nokia, they can do it with Sundial, they can do it whatever the hell they want to do it with. What's it say for the future? That's not a free market. How are we supposed to invest not having any trust in what we're putting money in? How are we supposed to know when to take the money out if it's not going to be a fair playing field? If they're moving the goalposts throughout the entire process? The rules need to stay the same the entire way through. I hear politicians from Massachusetts saying, oh, we need to protect these people. This is get out of here. Yeah, get the hell out of here. You're saying it's speculation, that you're not allowed to speculate too much on a stock? I'm going to give myself an aneurysm talking about this. The frustrating thing about people saying you can't speculate on stocks, who the hell are you to say what's a good investment or not? Because if you could tell me what a good investment is, hell, I'll do it all day and make infinite money. The market is based off speculation. The market is based off of hoping that what you put your money into goes up. That's the whole point of it, unless you're a short seller or buying puts out there. But for the most part, that's what you're investing in, speculation. If people weren't allowed to speculate in stocks, Tesla as a company would not even exist right now. Apple as a company would not even exist right now. And no, I don't mean to directly compare GameStop with those two behemoths, but it's true. You don't know what the next Tesla is. You don't know what the next Apple is. You don't. You don't know where Google, the next Google comes from, or the next Facebook, or you don't know any of that until you let time play out and run its course. And right now I'm hearing a bunch of people saying, oh, we can't have people speculate because it could get them hurt. Interesting. Because what I'm hearing is Citadel's all in your back pockets, telling you exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And, oh, let's get people to go buy silver. Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. This entire situation is driving me mad. And I'm glad I deleveraged as much as I did, but it's truly unfortunate for the people that are still in it 100%, or even the people that bought in last week with the hope and assumption that they were buying into a free market. That's not what's happening here. So, is GameStop short squeeze done? I'm starting to think it is. Unless something changes, if it keeps being throttled, it'll just staircase down, staircase down, staircase down until it gets into the low 100s, even the sub 100s. I could see that happening. And that's when these shorts start exiting their positions. I heard people on CNBC saying that it should be under $20. GameStop's not worth more than over $20. That it's a mall retail. These people, these talking heads that have done zero research on what GameStop is, who Ryan Cohen even is, what the next generation of consoles even are, what they're planning to do, what the roadmap could potentially be, if they're going to do an offering, how much money they're making from that, and how they could pivot their business model from that. Nothing of that. They're just saying, it's a $20 business. This is going to go down. People are going to get hurt. I'm not down with that. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video right there. Finish off my jog and hopefully run the rest of the stress out. You guys stay well, be safe out there, and let's hope for a free market in the future. It seems like a distant hope at this point, but it is what it is. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash,